8706.
Hello?
Oh, hi there, this is Sophie from the Business of Fashion.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well.
And I'm speaking with Fabrizio right now, is that correct?
Yes, it's me.
Thank you very much for finding the time to chat with us today. I really appreciate it.
No, it's a pleasure. I know the questions, but if you want, we can go through one by one.
Absolutely. Yep. No problem at all. We can, we'll start at the beginning, and how the digital opportunity has impacted the focus of your work, and the growth levers you're focused on as well. Before we do start that, do you have any questions for me at all that you want answering?
No, for me it's fine. I know your question, and I think I try to answer to your question. Maybe I can answer for more questions in just one answer. But
Sure.
Please feel free to interrupt me. Feel free to make further. If you need further information, you can stop and we can discuss.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. So the first one is about the digital opportunity impacted on the focus. From my point of view, I'm creative director for watches, and my job is to imagine product that doesn't exist yet. Digital impact. How has the digital opportunity impacted the focus of your work? Let me say that today it's very important to have a specific target when we imagine our products, and for sure, the young generation is the most important, the biggest tool that they use is the digital tool. For sure, we think about this when we imagine our products, and we think about new generations as a new client for us. This is a very important element today. I think that many things is going to change in the next future thanks to the digital opportunity. Imagine the sales, imagine the platform, imagine the shop online. This is an amazing impact on our world, on the luxury world. In terms of product, when we imagine a new product, we imagine even a product for this kind of client. We try to have a specific target. We try to imagine how the brand and how the iconic science of the brand could be interesting for this young generation. For sure, we don't have just young generation. My point is that our product, the Bulgari product, has to work around the world from different targets, not just for the young generation, but even for our loyal client. My role is to imagine the evolution of our iconic science in the future. So you know that today we have a young generation that in the next 3, 4, 5 years it's gonna be a different client. So each time you have a different generation, each time you have a younger generation, but it's very important to be consistent with your roots and to be consistent with your iconic science. Bulgari is a contemporary brand. It's in our DNA. It's a modern brand. It's a contemporary brand. If you see our products, we don't have an approach vintage, let me say. We don't open our archive to make copy and paste from it to imagine the new products. Our archive is an opportunity to imagine the future of our iconic science. So the young generation are very important for us. It's an amazing potential for us, but I think that we have to be concentrate and we have to be consistent with our roots, with our DNA, and with our iconic science, first of all. And after, imagine the way to make an evolution of it for young client and for loyal client.
Sure. So in what particular way are you combining digital technologies within the sort of the Watches Design Center? In what way are you combining that with the sort of Roman aesthetic of the brand, especially?
In terms of pure electronic tools or digital tools, we use a lot. You have to imagine that as a designer, I manage the design team, external consultant, and today to be up to date, you have to use and you have to manage digital tool and a certain technology. Mm-hmm. Even in our manufacturing sites, let me say again, this is a contemporary brand. So in terms of imagination, in terms of design, we use digital tools to imagine the products. We use digital tools to make fast prototypes. We use 3D printers. And this is an amazing impact in terms of design, because you know that each time the technology changes, you have more and more opportunities. Thanks to the digital tools that we have today, and thanks to the technology today, it's possible to play with some materials in a completely different way. So, as a designer, you have to know the technology, to use it to make something different. And I think that the challenge is each time the same. You have to know very well this kind of word, to use it to make an evolution of your brand. You have many opportunities to use digital content, digital tool, and certain technology. But each time that you find a consistent way, you find the right way for your brand. So, in terms of design, for us, has an amazing impact.
Absolutely. And talking about how this sort of technology, you mentioned about making prototypes and using 3D printing, for example, in creating the prototypes as well. So in what other ways does technology empower you creatively at work? How does it help you in that respect?
You have to know it, and you have to be able to manage it, because otherwise, thanks to the KES, computer-aided styling, computer-aided manufacturing, sometimes if you are not able to manage it, it's the computer and the software that makes the product, and it's not you. So you have to be able to manage it, and if you are able to do it, you save an amazing quantity of money, and you save a lot of time. So you have to imagine that our movements today are completely designed on computer. We are able to calculate the amazing thickness, and we are able to make a simulation about the torsion of the cases, the torsion of the dial, or the torsion, and how some components could live inside the watch. And this is an amazing help for us, because you can make an amazing job, and you save money to make prototypes. And you know that when the computer starts to calculate something, it's 99.9% is correct. We still make the prototypes, but after the first step of computer-aided manufacturing and computer-aided engineering, and even in terms of style, is an amazing help, because we can make something that doesn't exist, like a photo with amazing details. It's very helpful for us in terms of imagination, because you have to imagine that before, when I was a young designer and I started my career in Fiat Group in the automotive industry, I didn't use the emails, and we talk about 1997. We have just our desk with many markers, pencils, and papers, and we make sketches all the day by hand. This is a fantastic tool. It's still today my first tool. When I have an idea, I start to make sketches. But immediately after, thanks to the computer-aided design, thanks even to the simple tablet that we use, you can make all what you want. The limit is just your creativity. Today, the situation is this one. Thanks to our digital tools, thanks to the technology that we have in our hand, the limit is